water tastes the same? Go.
Shoot. Okay. So I don't think water tastes the same. I think that it's dependent on a lot of different things, including electrolytes, pH, nutrients, the kind of container that you have it in. Those can all affect the taste of water.
But is that water then, or is that like processed water?
Well, processed water is still water, you know?
No.
Why? How do you define water then? What do you define water as?
Because then it's like a compound, and you know, if it's a compound, it's not the same thing. Or it's a solution.
Water, okay. Water molecules, though, put together are a solution. You can't have pure H2O. Like, that's not drinkable water. Water has to be modified so that you can drink it.
No, it could be pure.
Great. Show me the evidence.
You could just go to like a river,
But
get some water. Wait. Let me finish. And then you like evaporate it, put that evaporation in like a jar, and then you got pure water.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it works like that.
I think it works like that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I'm gonna bring up some sources. You know what, let's do this. We'll pass a mic, okay? Do you have anything else to say before I pass it?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you know what, let's take this water for example, okay? Let's see, does it say anything on it? Ingredients. So let's talk about the ingredients in this specific water. Their ingredients. Purified water. Okay, so you know.
That's
filtered,
purified.
but there's more. And whoa, this is a mic, sir. Potassium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, calcium citrate, sodium chloride, and magnesium oxide are all in this water. Maybe that's not the same ingredients in Voss water. You know what? I could look it up. Let's look up right now. I still have the mic. Ingredients in Voss. Okay, let's see. That's not what I'm looking for. What does Voss water contain? So this one comes just from an aquifer in southern Norway, which is protected from air and other pollutants. So basically, yes, okay, that one is purified water. But this is still water. This is still water. This isn't a solution. This is still water, but this contains different ingredients which affect the taste of the water.
Okay, so let's define water. Water
Okay.
is H2O, which is 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen, right? So that means that it must all taste the same, because it's not like, oh, because if you had 2 oxygens, then it's not water, it's like some other junk. So this isn't water, this is like modified or enhanced water. So let's check the ingredients on this water bottle. Oh, there are no ingredients. And you were saying, oh, Voss water is just like purified water. Yeah, because that's what water is, just H2O. Not H2O plus potassium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, calcium something. You know?
Okay, so this is coming from Gizmodo. Let me see, James Baker. So it may sound like it's a good idea to drink the purest water you can find, right? That's what you're talking about. But that's not the case. Ultra water has no impurities, so it has no taste at all. So that your definition of water is flawed, because what we know as water is already, like, when we drink water, we are never drinking ultra purified, nothing else water, because it literally, like, it tastes like nothing, and it's going to be polluted by something. It's going to be polluted by the air. It's going to be polluted by what it's contained in, the people who are working with the water, where it's running off of. It's going to pick up impurities. So you can't have ultra pure water, because it tastes like nothing and it doesn't exist for us to drink. I'm gonna need you to redefine water. That's what I want.
Redefine water?
Yes.
Well, water's just H2O.
Okay.
And you were saying like ultra purified water doesn't exist for us. Yeah, because the government wants to calcify our brains with chlorine. And that's why we can't have ultra pure water, because the government wants to kill our brain cells with the chlorine in the water.
I think that's off topic. I think that's completely off topic. I don't think it has to do with the government, but even if it does have to do with the government, I don't understand why you're still defining water as ultra purified. I'm going to bring this back up. It says, word for word, ultra pure water has no impurities, so absolutely no taste. And in large quantities, it will harm you and even kill you, because it will leach the materials from your body. So you can't even say that all water tastes the same if you're defining water as pure H2O, because even if you've tasted that, you'd be dead. It'd kill you. It would kill you. You'd be dead.
Well, like you said, it's ultra. If you drink too much of it, but too much of anything could kill you. Example, a while ago there was a competition that if you drank like a certain amount of gallons of water the fastest, you would win like a Wii or something like that. And the lady that won ended up having like her like brain swelled from like all the water she drank, and that was like regular water, not ultra purified water. And then I think she had like a stroke or something, or a seizure, some junk like that. She didn't die because they like were able to like expel all the water from her body. But either way, it was still like she almost died from drinking too much normal water, which is like with minerals or whatever. So yeah, that means you could still die from a regular water, just like how you said, oh, you could die from like too much ultra purified water, you know? Let's see. Yeah. So when you're in like a chemistry lab or something, and you're just like, oh yeah, water just needs like H2O. It's not like H2O plus sodium bicarbonate plus potassium bicarbonate. No, it's just like H2O, you know? It's not, that's not all this junk in it, not all this chlorine that the government puts to calcify our brains. But yeah, there you go.
Okay, earlier you said that in here you just have pure water. Where did you get this water?
I don't know. The sink?
The sink, okay. Tap water is notorious for having a different taste because it has different minerals in it. Sometimes it has too much lead. And the government says that there's a certain amount of lead that you can have in water. If you've ever watched a purifier commercial, you know, like the Pure that you connect to your tap, you can have a certain amount of lead in your water. There's also sometimes zinc in your water, and that's what makes your water taste different. I understand how you're defining water, but I don't think that is a sufficient definition for what we're arguing right now, because we can't even argue that, because that sort of water is too dangerous for us to even try, and most people don't drink that sort of water on a daily basis. When people talk about if water tastes the same, they're talking about different brands of water and different kinds of water, like where it's sourced from, and that water is imperfect and it has impurities in it because water naturally picks up impurities. You have to do a whole process to purify water. So water as we know it is impurified and is imperfect. And according to iScience, the science magazine of Imperial College, by Charlie... Whoa. Microphone. Charlie Harvey. Fact number 1 of the day, okay? Drinking absolutely pure water can kill you. All the water we normally drink from taps, from bottles, from a garden hose, which is disgusting, contains impurities which affect a property of water called tonicity. Toxicity, maybe? Maybe that's how you say toxicity. Toncity. I'll let you decide. This is the ability of a solution to draw or repel water from adjacent solutions when separated by a membrane. Solutions that are hypertonic gain water, while solutions that are hypotonic solutions lose water. Drinking water, which we usually think of as pure, really contains a whole mess of salts, sugars, which makes it slightly hypertonic. This also gives water a taste. The cytoplasm in the cells of your body also have toxicity. So when they are exposed to hypertonic solutions, the cells themselves lose water and shrivel up. When they are in hypotonic solutions, they gain water and swelling up and bursting like a balloon. Absolutely pure water with no impurities at all is the most hypotonic solution. So if you drink enough of it, your cells will start absorbing the water. This distributes the balance of electrolytes, electrically conductive ions in your body. This is a very serious problem in the brain, or it causes a very serious problem in the brain, where water poisoning can lead to brain damage, coma, and even death. So maybe in that water drinking competition, she drank large quantities of normal water, right? But it would take a lot less of pure water to kill you than normal water would.
I wasn't paying attention. Can you repeat that? I'm just kidding.
Morning.
Morning. I'm thinking.
I'm gonna take this back for a second.
Okay.
I think we need to, I know you are the affirmative side, but I think for the sake of this debate that we should redefine water. So I would like you to try your best to redefine water for the sake of this debate and for the sake of having a debate on the taste of water.
Water is made of hydrogen and oxygen that forms,
How many hydrogens and how many oxygens?
2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen make up water, and a whole bunch of those little molecules make a little make a little glass of water, you know? So, yeah. So that means if you can't like add like sodium bicarbonate and expect it to still be water, because that'll be some other junk. It's not gonna be water. It has to be a different substance, you know? I still have the mic. So yeah, and to add on to that, what's called, yeah, if you add any more substances to that, it won't be water, it will be like some other substance. Like if you add another oxygen, I think that becomes hydrogen peroxide, and you don't want to drink hydrogen peroxide because you know that's not good for you. I still have the mic. Shoot, I was gonna. Oh, you said your source, but well, like, who are they? Who is your source?
For the last article?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go back to it. Let me see. So my source was from iScience. This is actually a UK article. And it was posted on August 25th, 2011 by Charlie Harvey. And this is a magazine from the Science magazine of Imperial College in the UK.
The Brits don't know about water, and that was like back in like 2011. There's been so many more discoveries about water since 2011. That was like 8 years ago. That is irrelevant information. Just because they have an I in it doesn't mean that they're run by Apple. So, yeah, I feel like your source is what's called not reliable.
I'm gonna argue that. I'm going to argue that my source is reliable. First of all, once I pass the mic back, of course, if you have any discoveries that have been made since 2011 about water as we know it, please let me know. Let me ask you a question. how long has Aquafina and what is this? Kirkland purified water, Voss, Fiji, all those types of water. How long have those been around? Probably a good amount of time, right? You can say yes if you want.
No.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Do you want to look it up?
Yes. You can hold the mic while I do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they haven't been around that long. Like maybe like 20 years max.
Okay, thank you. But that was 2011. 2011 was 8 years ago, because right now it is 2019. So that would make the information relevant. You're helping my point. Thank you. When was Aquafina? 1994 is when Aquafina was introduced.
1994.
Yeah.
But that was post, what's it called, Industrial Revolution. That is irrelevant.
What? No, it's not. No, it's not. This is irrelevant, maybe if I'm using an argument, but this is relevant to proving the, oh gosh. Is this still going?
Oh, I got scared.
Me too. This is relevant in proving that my source is reliable. That is all that this information is doing. And to also add to the reliability of my source, Dasani was made in 1999. Nestle Pure Life, 1993. Poland Spring, 1845, but no one really knows about that, so we can just disregard that. Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper, we don't care about either. Those also just came up. You know what? I'm actually going to also add another source, if that one wasn't good enough for you. This is Curiosity and their little spiel. So the most refreshing glass of water that's filled with the coldest, clearest, and cleanest, purest liquid imaginable is what you would think of as water. And that's probably what you think you drink. You think you drink pure water, but you don't. There's always stuff inside of your water. Always. And it could be dangerous if you drink pure water, and this is why. Water has a thirst of its own. Let me explain. Excess purity is counterintuitively the enemy. Ultra pure water is unfit for human consumption, despite its attractive title. So that means that we can't even be arguing taste of ultra pure water, because we can't even taste it. We shouldn't taste it. It's bad for us. So why would we argue that? Why would this be a topic that we're arguing? We should be arguing, and here's my definition of water. Water as we know it, just water, H2O, and some other stuff. Whether it's what's in here, the potassium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, calcium citrate, sodium chloride, or magnesium oxide, or some other stuff like lead or zinc, whatever it may be. Water plus other substances is water. Purified water too. We can't drink unpurified water. I mean, we can, but that's gross and that's not good for you. And it tastes different as well.
I was gonna say something, I forgot.
Oh
wait, I remember. So you said, so a while ago you said ultra purified water was bad if you had too much of it, but right now you said any amount is dangerous for you. So what is it? Is it too much or like none at all? You know? So that means you just contradicted yourself. That means I'm gonna take the side that too much of it, but like how I explained, too much of anything is bad for you.
Yes, but going back to what I said before, much before I said that, yes, too much of anything can kill you, but it takes a lot less of a quantity of ultra pure water to harm you than it does of water as we know it. Like, for reference, I don't know if this is true, but let's say it takes a gallon of this water to kill you, right? Of regular water. The equivalent would be a drop or 2 drops of ultra purified water to kill you or harm you. Yes, that is exaggerated, but that is the point that these articles are getting at and that I'm also getting at. I think we should be making our closing statements now. You can go first.
Oh shoot, yeah, we should. No, we're done.
I think we should just make a closing statement.
So water does taste the same, and she is wrong.
Can I get the mic? Thank you. Based on your definition of water, we can't even argue the taste of water. Based on my definition, the right definition of water, which is H2O plus, I have a mic, plus substances, yes, water does taste different.
Wait, look up the definition of water. Like,
I think our debate's over. I think it's okay.